Hello everyone, let's wait a few more minutes until everyone joins and then we can start. Okay, I think we can start. Again, good evening everyone. Welcome to today's session. And we'll start with the agenda for today. And I already, as you can see, I already shared the agenda and the presentations that we will be work with today. So, as that was suggested in your feedbacks, you can have the materials before the session, and then you can check and follow all the things we do in our sessions. So that's maybe more comfortable for you. Okay, so agenda for today, we will finish talking about Git. Again, as I said last time, currently we just have only the introduction of Git. There are some more features, some more details to be talked about in Git in overall. But as for the beginning, just to push the changes and to pull the changes. For now we should be able to do it, and as some of you had already notified me that some of you had the conflicts when you attempt to merge the changes from the remote repository. We will take a look on them. This is not a mistake, as I mentioned in Discord. If you have the conflict, this is not the mistake. This is also usual thing which can happen in practice. That again, that's not the error. That's not the mistake. That's one of Git one of the points in Git tool. And today we will see how to just quickly get rid of these conflicts. And as I promised last time, we will also do git push and git pull from the console, from git bash. Also some basic, we'll take a look on some basic git commands and how to do the same way last time we did in Eclipse using git commands. And yeah, that will be the end about Git. Also, yeah, thanks to you that you sent me the invitation to your remote repositories. I think if not everyone, that but most of you already done it. Thank you very much. So now I will be able to see the code you push there, to see all your assignments, and I can easily access them to check and to see how it is. So we will use Git in our course, and we'll use Git from your side. That will be the practical assignments, or in case maybe you have some questions, you attempt to write some code, maybe just not for the assignment but for yourself. You want to test something, and if you have any questions, then you can push the code, and in this remote repository I can easily check it. Yes, regarding the question else you just sent about pull. Yes, some of you had the problem with pull, and that's because the conflict, and also the reason maybe that some settings are not for the project are not set up correctly. We'll take a look on them, and about pulling, we will have the pull, and we will also have the conflict, and I will show how to solve the conflict. That's about Git, and as I said, we'll use Git, but don't worry, mostly we'll use Git for push, yeah, because the idea is to, as I said, you will push the changes, the assignments for your home task, from your home tasks, and or any other code. And see, so this will be push, not pull. But yeah, in general, just if we talk a little bit about pulling the files from the remote repository, that may be the problem, because in some cases, because again, you have the files and you need to merge them, you need to replace them, and of course that may be not as easy as just simple file pushing. You have created a new file, you push it into your remote repository, and you just have the files there, and everything is fine. Yeah, we'll take a look on them. We'll work with Git during our course, so we'll have lots of things to do there. Alright, the next topic for us will be mathematics and logic. This will be just maybe not if not the main step, but this will be one of the most important steps to actively start doing the programming. Because again, maybe at the moment you haven't had so much practical assignments. That's because just to have meaningful tasks in Java, you need to have some knowledge in some basic operators used in Java and in programming in general. So we'll go through them, and after that we'll have lots of interesting exercises. But already today, after we cover mathematics and logic topic, we'll have some practical tasks for today related to mathematics and some logical operations. And yeah, we will have the presentation, and the approach I will use is then I will have the presentation, so I will talk about all the things, and in the same time, so I explain one thing, then I will show how this thing works in Eclipse, in IDE, in real life, in programming. So we'll have the direct, not practical. This is not practical example. This is just the way how to show how it works and how some exact things work in mathematics. Java, and not only mathematics, basically about some many different things we will go through today. Alright, then we also have additional presentation about Java basics, Java variables and operators. For those who haven't, for those who have missed some things or have some gaps in understanding, we'll cover all these things today, and this will be as overall for Java basics we already covered, and the things we'll use later. And as I said, we'll have practical examples, and this is most likely for Friday. We'll start talking about algorithms, and this the concept of algorithms is the main things you need to understand to actually do the programming. So this will also be covered, and this topic about algorithms is mostly practical one. So we will not have the presentation. I will explain to you, and we'll see how to develop and to implement some algorithms. Alright, and we have the second slide, where is the individual task for you. We'll talk a little bit later about it. So that's about agenda. So this is what we will do today, and most likely on Friday. Yeah, so if you have any questions about the agenda, please ask. Also, yeah, before we start today, I have gone through all the feedbacks you sent, you submitted. So yeah, thank you again. Thank you very much, those who submitted these feedbacks. I already done some conclusions from them, and I will try to improve based on your suggestions. And also, there was one comment about that I have not introduced myself. So I can introduce myself. At the moment, you just know my name, and that's it. I agree that I missed to do it. I forgot to do it. So now I can introduce myself. So for you, it will be easy to understand with whom you are working with. So yeah, as you know my name is Artur, and about my experience in IT field. Since September 2017, I'm technical IT consultant in IT consulting company. So technical IT consultant means that this is the consultant who mostly does technical things like programming, main setup. When we talk about, we'll have some topics when we talk about the roles in IT professions, in IT work. We'll see that there are different roles. There may be technical persons, maybe the persons who even don't code or even don't know how the programming works at all. There are some people who work in IT field with, actually they have different things to do. It's not everyone in IT does the programming. But yeah, I'm mostly a technical person, technical worker, and developer. Mostly I write the code, and during my work in IT consulting company, I worked since November 2017 until April 2019. I worked as SAP CRM developer at International Leasing and Fleet Management Company. So I implemented the solution. It's based on SAP CRM system. As you may not know what is this. Actually, SAP, that's the company which provides the systems for business solutions. There are lots of systems they provide. As it is said here, I'm mostly working on CRM, that's customer relationship management system. So I do the code, I'm implementing the solutions. And since May I work in different project. May 2019 I work in different project, also on SAP CRM, developer at International Food Packing Company. And as you see here, the names of these companies are not provided. That's because that's the usual thing in IT work, because it is usual then that some companies do not publicly tell that they have external consultants, and that's why we don't provide the names of these companies. But yeah, if I say these companies, you may assume which companies these may be. But we are not allowed to tell these companies publicly, because we have, with some companies we have the agreement that we can do it. With some, if we don't have such agreement, then we don't publicly tell the name of the company. Also, at the same time, I work on some internal projects or training projects inside the company. Mostly that's related to SAP UI5 tool. That's the web application tool, mostly written on JavaScript. Also, the integration was integrated. It is also integrated with different SAP systems, like again, that maybe CRM, C4C, and any other system. And also with SAP C4C, that's called for customer. Also the system needed for the customers, so customers can have the logic to easily work with their suppliers inside their companies, and so many different things which can be done in the business world. And also during this work, I do the mentoring for my colleagues and for interns in our company. Currently, I have two persons to whom I do mentoring in my company. So that's the things I already done and what I currently do. And since this year I'm the lecturer at Riga Coding School, that's my second Java course. Previously I had 160 hours course on Java. That's a little bit longer course than this one you have right now, which has more deeper details. There's like more detailed course, and this course usually happens after the course we currently have. And meanwhile, I also have some individual projects. Like at the moment, I develop my own web platform on PHP Laravel framework. I can quickly show it to you if you're interested. So I'm developing a website where we have customers like cafeterias and the suppliers for cafeterias. All the products, all the foods the suppliers can deliver to cafeterias. So our idea is to connect suppliers and cafeterias, restaurants, and all these places where the food is needed. And there are some some tools like for example, here I implemented that there may be some discounts for different companies and lots of different products and some other different features, different services. So currently I'm working on this web platform. Some things still needed to be implemented. So I'm currently working on it. And also, I have worked with I provided assistance for my colleague or friends also in such projects when had to develop the Android applications, for example, or also the websites. So I help my colleagues and friends. I participated in these projects. About the education, I graduated Riga State Gymnasium in first gymnasium. I have a bachelor's degree in mathematics and statistics, University of Latvia, and also currently I'm having master's level studies also University of Latvia in computer science. So that's now I finally introduced myself to you. At least now you know with whom you work. Also, in the same feedback, it was mentioned that you don't exactly know about what you expect from this course. What will you know after the course is finished? About these questions, what can I say is that after this course you will be able to start programming. So this is an introduction for the programming in Java. But in my opinion, if you know how to do the programming in Java, you can easily apply the same knowledge in other programming languages as well. So you will be able to work with maybe as you can provide the assistance to your colleagues. And after this course, as I already mentioned, it is planned that there will be a more detailed course in 160 hours, where there will be more details about Java, about programming. This is how it is planned. About more plans, to be honest, I'm not really sure, because that's mostly related to some organizational things, and I think you should about more things, about the plans. I think you need to contact Xander. So it's about plans for the future. So at the moment, what can I say is that you will be able to start programming, and you also will be able to start additional more deeper course on programming on Java. I see there's the question from Lima, how on average how long does it take to learn additional language? If you know such programming languages like Java or even more C++ or C, that should be easy. That should be easy. How long does it take? Again, in IT field, from my experience, how to learn new programming languages, it is like you already know the programming language, and you just do some practical tasks. Then you find some more details about the programming language. Like in this case, I already mentioned about my website. I'm currently implementing this website is built on PHP framework, and here there are free programming in some cases, some people mention that HTML, that's the programming language. Most of programmers say that HTML is not programming language. We may consider HTML as kind of programming language and CSS as well. So in this case, currently in this project, we have 4 programming languages. That's PHP, this is JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So everything is integrated here, and usually, again, it's easy to learn if you have the right example which is already implemented. Then you can check how this example works. Like in this case, this is the framework, so it means that there's already the code implemented at the beginning. Like I had some pages here, yeah, maybe with some different content, different implementation, and I checked how these things work, and I changed the things I want to implement, and time by time, yeah, if I do all these things, I learn a new programming language, because previously I haven't had any experience with PHP, but just in this case, there are some specifications in PHP programming language, but if you know Java, I think you can definitely understand it, and in some time when you start working with it, you can find out how to write your own code here. But it should not take a long time if you have a good knowledge. If you understand the concept, the base thing you need to understand are the concepts of the programming. Like in this course, we'll have the object-oriented programming, and this is used currently it is used in most of the programming languages, like again, C++, already in Java, PHP, JavaScript. Object-oriented programming is used like almost not everywhere, but in so many different ways. And if you understand the concept of object-oriented programming, for example, then you will be able to work with other programming languages easily. But again, it depends on your knowledge in the concepts of the programming, because the concepts are similar in lots of programming languages. Alright, so for now, if you have more questions, please ask. But for now, let's start, as I promised, with Git. And the first thing, so I will have the agenda on my underscreen, so I can easily follow all the things to do today. So, the first one is about the conflict. So I already created the project. So I have the project. I have the Git repository of this project. Just maybe to not spend time on the creation, because I think now you already know how to create a remote Git repository and how to connect it to the local files. How to create local Git repository and connect it to your workspace. So now we have the project here. It is connected to local repository, and you can see here there is the file display. So we open this file and we can see that display class is, I have this not executed text, and also I connected this local repository to remote repository, and I will show you how this remote repository looks like. So this is the remote repository, and so basically almost everything is the same, but the name of this project is different. You can check it here in project file. You can see the name of the project. The name of the project is test conflict here. but here we have test config merge. So this file is different. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I will. Yes, thank you for notifying. I will change the scale of my screen now, so it should be better. Should be better now. Yes, that's normally do not have any conflicts, do not have any issues. The project names should match because, again, as I said, because of this project file, as you can see. So if we go to, that's a good question, and that's the part of this conflict having in our in the project. So this is our project, and if we open this project file, we can see that the name. So this is the file again. If we work with Git, we transfer the files from one repository to another repository. And so this is the text file. The text file has the content. So we have all these things here, and as you can see, almost everything is the same here, and in this project, and in our remote project, except the name. So here we have, just you can see the content is the same. The content is the same except the name. So it means if we try to push this file or pull this file, we will have the conflict here. Because here we have test conflict, but here we have test merge. And just imagine you need to import this file, pull this file, import this file from remote repository to your local repository. You will see that you will try to import this file, but you have different content here and here. So in this case, Git will not understand what you want to have at the end, and you will have the conflict issue. We will now see how it looks. And in addition, I also have Java file. Here I have also display file, but I have different text here. Here I have display classes executed, but in Eclipse I have display classes not executed. So for now you can see we have two files which are different in the local repository and in remote repository. So for now let's try to fetch and pull the changes. So firstly let's stage and commit these changes. So we committed, we don't need to push at the moment. And now let's try to, so we fetch, and about fetching, what you can see about fetching, at the moment if you go to branches, you see that in the folder of remote tracking you have nothing. This means that you have not fetched the branches from the remote repository. If you fetch from origin or fetch from remote repository, you can see that branch is fetched, and now you can see that you have this remote branch here. So once the branch is fetched from the remote repository, you'll see it here under remote tracking. Yes, when you try to pull, we'll see now. A moment, we'll see now. So you have, so now we have remote branch and we have local branch. In local branch we have this file and project with the name test conflict merge, and in remote we have we have display file without not and project with different name. So for now, let's try to merge. We select from where we want to merge. We type merge, and you can see we have the conflicts. If we enter this file, you can see that we have two options here. So this is the one, it is maybe a little bit ugly code here. It means that we need to solve it. And by now, you need to solve this conflict. What can you do here? You can keep, as an example, you can solve this issue. You can keep both prints here, for example. You can delete one of them as you want. So you saved it. And the same about the project. In the project, it also has the issue because the project name is different. Okay, I will finish now, and then I will answer the question from Alison. So for now, again, this is not the issue. That's how it normally works. You might have the conflicts when you use Git. And for now, again, I solved this conflict, and I have this project file. And also, if I double click on it, you can see the difference. So if you have several options. You can use new file, stage everything, and commit, and the conflict is solved. Close this one, and if you go to your project, we can see that we still have. Here we have the conflict, and we need to solve it. We can select which name we can use. Maybe we can use the actual name and just to not have the conflict. So I saved it. So it did not appear in the. Okay, I can push now. So let's see what we'll have in the result. Normal about the project file, you should not have the problems normally, but just in case you have organized, if you have organized the pushing normally, then and as you can see, we pushed incorrect project file here with the conflict. And as you can see now, so we changed this project file from our folder. Again, if we look here, we deleted the wrong entry, so we use the actual one. Now I can stage, I can correct the project file, commit and push, and everything should be up to date here. Let's refresh. You may need to refresh to see the actual files here. So if we go to project now, we can see that we have a new name here. So the solution, maybe you solve the conflicts first, and then you commit. In this case, when you do pulling, merging, you should not always push the changes. You can commit and have the actual changes in your local repository. Again, if we do the commit, we we move the changes from our workspace to a local repository. If we do push, we move the changes from our local Git repository into the remote repository. So this is one of the options. How to solve the conflicts. We can do the manual changes on the files and to have the actual versions. Another option is if you pull the changes, you can, just as an option in this case, you can you can have the correct name of your project. First, you can delete the file, but again, it's not a good idea if you have different project name comparing to your folder. So the best option would be again to synchronize the name of your project, to not have the problems in the project file. But again, as you can see here, we may have these problems in all the files which have the same locations and have the same names in remote repository and in local repository. Okay, and now let's go to the question from us. But this only issue when I'm trying to pull the files for the push project called home assignment networks, and I pushed. For the push, that's mostly when you rewrite the changes, because just if we for the push, it should work normally, because as you can see right here, so currently just as normal we have our local workspace, our local Git repository with some content, and we have the content here. Yeah, the content here is again these two system out prints. If we change something here, like for example we delete it, we have a new version. So right now we have a new version of the file, and when we push version of the file, and when we push the changes, we actually change the file, and the file will be replaced. Yeah. So this is, I think I pressed on push. Because this is the idea of push. When you push, you actually replace the files in your remote repository. That's why for the push you should not have this problem, because when you push, you don't merge the changes normally. That's the idea. And the merging must be implemented inside your local repository. Again, if we go back to our presentation from last session, yeah, that's a really nice question. When can you have these conflicts? I will maybe shortly explain the usual idea. As you can see from this picture, the idea of remote repositories is that, as I said, multiple developers work on the same thing. And we haven't talked about the branches, but it is normally then that one developer or many developers work with many branches. And the idea of the branches is that in different branches, different implementation is done, and usually, normally, at the end, all the branches must be merged. So the merging can be not only from the normally should be from the remote repository, but from different branches. So you merge the changes from different sources, but the merging must be implemented locally in one of these repositories. And that's why you may have the conflicts when you try to merge from different branches, because the idea is, again, here we have two branches. We have one branch here, and we have one branch here. What I just done when I merged changes, I merged the stuff from this branch, which is remote branch, with this local branch, and I got the conflicts because I tried to merge the branches and I received the error. And the branches can only be merged locally. Yeah, there is actually no way how to merge the branches directly inside the remote repository. And everything is done inside the local repositories. So yeah, that's why you should normally have the conflicts when you merge when you merge different branches. But again, in our course, we will not work with the conflicts. Again, as I said, we will push the changes, and if we pull the changes, actually the project name I think should be the same, and we should not have any specific issues here. Right, so this is about conflicts. I hope in future this should not be an issue. If you have this issue, please contact me. We'll solve all these clear details today. And the last thing about Git I want to explain is, if we just here we created a Git repository from Eclipse, then we connected to our workspace repository. This is the approach I don't really like to use, because as we saw last time, Eclipse is complaining about if we want to create the Git repository inside the existing workspace repository. From my point of view, more easier way would be if we have here I created the project, test Git console. Also I prepared the remote repository, this one. So just to not create it from the beginning, to not spend time on it, so I just prepared the empty remote repository, so I can copy the link, and I need to go to the folder of this repository, which is this one, and right here I will execute git bash. After that the console will be opened, and from here I can do my Git stuff. First of all, what I need to do is I need to initialize Git repository. To do it, I call the command Git Init. This will initialize the Git repository inside this folder. What can I do from Eclipse? From Eclipse I can type on add existing repository. I search for this folder. This is this folder. So I search for the folder and currently in this one. And here I can see that we have Git repository inside. I press an add, and now we have this repository right here. This one. We already have some unstaged changes, and currently we don't have any remotes here. To add remote repository from console, we need to type git add git remote add, then we type origin, and we paste the link. In Git bash you may notice that standard commands like Ctrl V does not work. Ctrl V does not work. Then you need to use right click and paste. So you type enter, and we just added remote repository. We should write this. Okay, I think this was not refreshed, but that's not a problem. It's already should already be here. So yeah, for now it's fine, and we can stage the changes we have, and to stage the changes we can stage all the changes, and this will be this button. The command is git add, and we type A, and we will stage, and this will stage all the changes to stage changes. I'm not sure why it's not reflected directly. Eclipse is lagging a little bit, and don't worry. Normally everything is fine. It is not reflecting, but it should normally reflect. But everything is fine. We just staged all the changes from here, and the last two things we can do from here. Git commit. We type m. M means we'll provide the message. Commit it from the console. So yeah, I committed the changes. It shows that 4 files are committed, and the last thing is I type git push. I'll push to origin master. Let's wait until it pushes all the changes, and we can see no errors. Let's go to this repository. And yeah, you can see that now we'll have all these files pushed and committed from console to this repository. Eclipse should normally reflect the remotes here. Yeah, as you can see, it is lagging a little bit, but now it refreshed, and we can see that origin is added. Okay? So I recommend, and this is how I usually do, I initialize Git repository directly from here, because there's just 2 commands. Yeah, I go here, I press git bash, I type git init, and this initializes the repository, Git repository inside my folder. And the second step, I add origin. Yeah, I connect to the local Git repository to remote repository, and after that I usually close the console, and all the other steps are done here in Eclipse. Because here I just do staging, and then committing, pushing, then fetching and pulling as well. It's just for initial setup. I recommend use console and git bash, because for me that would be easier a little bit. But again, that's up to you how it's more comfortable. You can use console, you can use Eclipse. Both approaches are fine. And maybe in Eclipse from console it may be a little bit more understandable, but that's again up to you which approach is better. And from the file I sent you last time, yeah, from the practical assignment was, let me open this file. This one. Oh no, that's, yeah, the Git intro, that's the right one. And here you can see the link. You have cheat for your actions with Git, and here you can see all the basic commands. Git Init is here. Git branch, this is about branching. Remote add. And you can check. Yeah, if you want to use console, you can check all these commands here, and also here in the presentation from the last time we have this schema. This schema is very nice way to explore Git, from my point of view. Because again, you have all the commands, and you can easily understand where the flow of the changes from workspace to remote repository. You can explore this, and you can also see that Git commands are here as well, with some additions to be added, but you can export it from the file. Okay, for now we finished with Git. Let's have 10 minutes break, and after that we will we'll return back to our Java Java stuff. Now let's meet in 10 minutes. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, so one more thing, as I already mentioned, we have, so I created this main project where I will write the code during our sessions. So I will also share this code, this repository with you. So now I will create local Git repository. Just a moment. Quickly create it. And I will, so just again for those who, just to repeat, yeah. So currently I want to share this project with you. So this one, main project, I also created into repository here. So for now I will initialize Git repository here. Git Init. I forgot to copy this URL. So I will copy this URL. engine, and now I can use this Git repository here. I select the folder of my project and it's to Git repositories. Just maybe you haven't noticed it yet, just if you type on Git repository, the view of the staging changes. Based on the local repository you clicked on. So now I select main project, this one, main repository, and everything appears here. I stage all these files. So everything is fine. I can commit and push. And after the lesson I will add all your emails to this project. So after each lesson I will push the code written during the lesson, and you will be able to see this code, to not rewrite. You want me to rewrite everything, and so I will show that you can easily follow what was done. So for now, as it is planned, let's go to mathematical operations in Java. In this topic we'll also cover some operators used in Java. So let's go. About Java math. In every programming language, mathematical operations are very important. Just as an example, if you have a business platform like I had, when I showed about my website, so all the prices are calculated. Calculation needs to be applied on the percentage, then multiplication, some different kinds of calculations are needed. So we need to use it, and we need to implement it. And in Java concept also there are some specific things used, and let's talk about them. So Java operators, we already used some of them. We used assignment operator. What else have we used? Let's quickly check. We used assignment operator here. So what else? I think we had we used some summation operator, then concatenation as well. We used concatenation, strings. I think that's it. We haven't covered any other operators, so we'll also cover them. Basically, what is operator? That's the action. In Java, that's the action where 1, 2, 3, or even more operands are encoded. Like in this case, we have the operator which increments the variable. So just quickly, let's create new package. So we have math operations examples. So again, as I said, we will work in the way that we see the presentation. We have some things mentioned here, and I will show these things directly in Eclipse. I hope this approach will be understandable. So here we can create the class operators where we will test all these things. So for now, let's declare the variable a, and let's assign integer number 4 to it. Let's check operator a++. So yeah, that's the operator. And let's print out and check what we have in the result. So yes, we have variable a. We assigned value 4 to it. So here we have an assignment operator. We assign assignment happens from right side to left. Okay. We assign value to the variable. Then we apply incremental operator. And let's see what do we have in the results. Let's run this program. Yeah, everything will be shared with you. And we can see that the value of variable a is incremented by 1. In the same way, we also have, and now we have new assignment. Again, we assign 4 to a, and we can decrement. And let's check what we have in the result. Okay. The first output stays as is. We have 5, but here we have -1. So this operator means the same. That a equals a minus 1. Okay. Yeah, these are not the practical assignments with the purpose. I'm just showing how the operators work. So in case you want to ask why do we do it, I'm just showing how the operators work in Java. Also, we have, again, if we not declare, but if we assign 4 to a again, we can do it this way. And let's check what we have. In the result, we should have 4 plus 3. We'll have 7. Yeah, this means the same as a equals a plus 3. And, yeah, that's maybe for the programming. Yeah, and that's a really interesting thing because in mathematics, yeah, I think if you've already seen some programming memes, in mathematics this looks absolutely incorrect. Yeah, because in mathematics you know that this is the variable, and this means equals. So in theory that will be a equals a plus 3. Of course, in mathematics that's incorrect because you don't have such number which will be the same if we add 3 to this number. But this is in programming. This is not equals operator. Yeah. So I will comment here. Is not equals. Yeah. That's a really important thing to understand. This means assignment. This is assignment operator. We assign the value. We assign the value from right to left. In theory, we can also do it this way. If we start with 4, we can at the moment, at this point, a equals 7. We know it, right? So at this point, a equals 7. And so now, again, it goes from top to down. And we have one operation completed, another operation, and another operation. At the moment, a is 7. So what else can we do? We can do such operations like a plus 2 times a, for example. Okay. it this way. So you can see that now now a will be 14. Just multiply it by 2. And the same way we can write it this way as well. So if we comment it out, this will be the same as a equals 2 times a. We can check, we'll have the same result now. This is the shortcut of this operation. In Java we have such things. The same about if we want to subtract the values or divide. The same way we can use divide or subtract. Alright, so I hope this one you'll understand how these operators work. In case you have any questions about these operators, please ask. Okay, let's continue. What else do we have? Yeah, this is assignment operator. We assign from right to left. And in all the programming languages it is from right to left. And also there is this operator if else. We can check it as well. So I just pasted the code here, and we can print out the result. So at the moment we know that a equals 14. Yeah, you can see it right here after this operation. So yeah, and here we check if a is greater than 3. If true, then result is 4. If this is not correct, then result is 5. Let's see what we have. Now we should have now we should have 4 because that's true. A is 14. 14 is greater than 3. If we have here we have 15, then it should be maybe let's do it this way. Yeah, you don't need to assign it multiple times. Yeah, if you assigned it, or not assign, if you don't need to declare it multiple times. If you declare the variable once, so we declare integer variable result here, and then we can use it in our code. We don't need, if we want to assign a new value to this variable, we don't need to assign it again, and don't need to declare it again. And you are not able to do it because you already declared this variable. You cannot declare the same variable twice or more times. But you can assign, of course, new value to this operator, to this variable. So, and if we have the statement, we check if a is greater than 19. Then in this case, we know that a is 14. 14 is less than 19, and we should have 5 at the end. Let's see. Now we have 5. So I will type comment if a is greater than 3, then result is 4. Otherwise, result is 5. I hope this one is understandable for you. This can also be rewritten in a different way. We'll see it a little bit later when we talk about if else blocks. But yeah, we can use it in this this way as well. Alright, let's move on. We'll have more operators. Basically, at the moment, you already see that we have this operator greater than. And if you see, if you take a look on these operators, here we can see that, so this is statement, a equals 4, and this assigns the value 4 to this variable. In the same way it happens in other cases. Here we assign new value a plus 1 to a, in the similar way here, So this operator returns us the number. If we use operator greater than or less than or equals, what does it mean? It returns you true or false, right? But because you should understand that the operators, these are the commands which return you the values. Like in this case, this returns the value a minus 1. This returns the value a plus 3. But this one returns true or false. If a is greater than 3, then it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. We can see. We can check it in the same way here. If you want to check something, you can type system out print line, and check. Like in this case, if we do the check, we can see that it returns us false. Because this is false. A is not greater than 19. The same way we can check if a is less than 19. That should be true, because a is less than 19. The same way there's also greater or equals. The same way. And actually, if we check it like this way, so we know that a is 14 at the moment, so we can check it this way. If it's greater or equals to 14, that's true. And like the same way, if it's less or equals to 19. The same as in mathematics, you have greater or less than. This works the same, and the idea here is that it returns true or false, the Boolean value. Returns Boolean value, true or false. Right, and not the last, but maybe the most used operator is equals. So we finally can use we'll use equals operator, and this is double equal sign. So this means equals. So if we check if it equals to 15, for example, to 15. So is it true or false? That should return us false, because we know that a is not 14. And if we type 14, then it should return us true, because we know that a equals to 14. That's true. So that's in programming. This is for experienced programmers. Sometimes they use not double equal sign, but just a single sign, and this is not correct. And if we check it we can also try to use symbol equals sign, and if we type 15, for example, let's delete this comment. Let's see what we have. It printed us 15. Printed us A. And right now, if we can also try to execute these two commands. So now it is 15. So we assigned, this is assignment operator. And you can see that now it is 15 and it is not 14. This is really important to distinguish them, because this is operator which returns true or false. It checks if the left side is the same as the right side. But this one actually assigns the value from the right side to the left, to the variable on the left. And also there's operator not equals to, which is basically it checks if a not equals to 14. Know that a is not 14, a is 15, so this is true as well. What else? And not operator is actually also there's not operator. You see that this returns. In programming, this is really interesting thing. That in most cases, not in most cases, in some cases, you'll see this this approach. So what does it mean? It means not a equals to 14, and we add brackets, of course. For non-programmers this may be a little bit confusing, but it actually, that's the logical operation. We check if this one is opposite one. So this returns the opposite value of what is inside. We will see why do we need it, and in what cases do we need it, but this works this way. So I hope you understand what does this means. If not, then please let me know. This may be a little bit tricky, not something, but this is. Don't worry if you don't understand it now. Time by time, we'll have the examples and you will get it. Alright, so these are the basic operators. We'll go through them. So as I said, we have plus, minus, multiplication, division, and the last one is modulo. What does it mean? Let's check. We can put that directly. We know that a is 14 now, so we can use modulo operator, and let's see how does it work. Let's have a modulo 7. So we divide. A is 15 now. A is 15. Sorry. I forgot that we assigned new value. So we assign 15. So what does it mean? Modulo, for those who know mathematics, this is quite usual operator used in logic, mathematical logic. If you don't know what it is actually remaining part of the division. A divided divided by 7. So it actually means we divide a by 7, we get integer part, and we have remaining part. So it actually means a minus a divided by 7. So what else left? Like in this case, a is 15, so it means that we divide 15 by 7. We have 2, and 15 equals 2 times 7 plus 1. So this one is the remaining part, and this is what module will return to you. And this is also operator which is used in some calculations. We will have one practical task and a really nice usage of this operator, and we'll have one really nice example with it. Yeah, as I said, we have also relational operator, less, greater, less or equals, greater or equals, not equals. Yeah, this is kind of the same but the opposite. Yeah, if we check if the left side equals to right side, we use this double equal sign. Yeah, if we want to check if the left side is not the same as the right side, we use not equals logic. And yeah, also we have logical operators, and this case is maybe a little bit more trickier for you. What this means and this means or. And yeah, what does it mean? And we have, let's let's define two new variables here. And let's have b4 and c is 8, for example, and let's have boolean So, and we use AND operator and OR. So just if we go back to the presentation, this is AND operator and this is OR operator. And we use it to combine multiple, like in this case we just have one statement. One statement, we check if A equals 14, but actually we can combine multiple statements. And if we combine them, just maybe if we quickly go to Paint, so you may have one check. First, so yeah, we have one check. So this is we have one check. We have another check, and we have, like, for example, another check, and each of these checks return true or false. So if A equals to something, if B equals to something, if C does not equal to something, and we need to combine them. And actually, at the end, so we want to combine them and have true or false at the end. So we need to have the result, which is, let's have text. Numbers. And at the end, we want to find true or false. And each of these parts will also return true or false. Let's have them small a little bit. true or false. This block also returns true or false, and this one also returns true or false. Also true or false, and each of them returns true or false, and at the end we want to get the conclusion, is this combination true or false. And basically the question is how can we combine them, and we may have we can combine them using and or. Yeah. How does it work? For example, if we have and in between all of them, so let's have the operator and. So this is operator and this is operator and as well. So what does it mean? If we have and here and here, so we combine them using and. We have three statements, or each of them return true or false, and at the end we want to have the conclusion if the whole combination is true or false. How to get true if we have and statements? To get true at the end, we need to have all these statements true. Just like imagine if you have logical questions, like you have three questions and you want to combine three questions and you can answer true yes or no to them, and at the end you have three questions, and if you have all these three questions yes, you answered yes, you answered true, at the end you have true answer. And this is how AND statement works. You check, is this one true or false? If it's true, then we check this one, is it true or false? If it's true, we check next one. If it's true, yes, then everything is true. So if we connect these statements using AND, then we need to have all of them true to have true at the end. Yeah, it's just the exam. Yeah, imagine this is the exam, and you have three tests in this exam. Yeah. So to pass the exam, you need to pass all these tests. Yeah. You have first test, you have second test, and you have the third test. And to pass the exam, you need to pass all the tests. And if you pass each of them, then you passed the exam. If you don't pass at least one of them, so the exam is not passed, and you have false at the end. So exam is not passed, that's false. But actually, so this is about AND operator. Yeah. If you have everywhere AND, it means that everything needs to be true to get true at the end. Yeah. Just again, imagine the same way as the, for example, exams. If you have OR operator, yeah. If we have OR operator here, maybe let's have it as text. We have OR here, and we have OR here. And how does it work? Imagine that exam is constructed in the way that you have three variants of this exam. If you if you passed one of the variants of the exam, you passed the whole exam. For example, you have 3 assignments, and you need to, the requirement is you need to pass the exam, you need to pass at least one of the tests. Yeah, one of the variants. And so here you have the statements. At least one of them must be true to have true at the end. In this case, it means is this true, or is this true, or is this true or not? If at least one of them is true, then we have true at the end. And in the same way we can combine or and AND statements. Like if we have AND here and OR here, it goes from left to right, and we check, yeah, if one of these, usually we use brackets, yeah, we need to have brackets. To combine them normally we need to have brackets. Like in this case, if we have bracket here and if we have bracket here, we consider this as also one complete statement. So if we have OR here, it means that if this one is true and if one of them is true, then the whole this statement is true. But we have also this one. Like imagine we have one of these true, it means that this one is true. And if we have AND statement here, for example, we have, again, remember we have true here because we have OR, yeah? And one of these is true, then we have true and the whole statement. And if we use AND, it means that both of them must be true, yeah? To have true at the end. If we have OR and operator, and on the left side you have true, but on the right side you have false, it means that you will have false at the end. Yeah? So if you have AND in between these two parts, then to have true, both of the parts must be true. The same about OR. Yeah? If the left side is if one of these sides are true, then and the result will have true, and on the opposite way, yeah. If both sides are false, then you will have false at the end. Yeah, you can combine all these statements as you want. And like in this case in Java, we can implement it. For example, we can do it this way. We check if B equals C or bar equals true, for example. Again, this returns true or false. Yeah, if B equals C, that's true. Otherwise, that's false. So let's see what we have at the end. At the end, we have true because we have false or true. Of course, one of these is true. That's why that's true. But if we have AND in between them, we should have false because the left side is false. The right side is true, but the left side is false. So it means that this one is false. And if we compare here, if we check if bar is false, then we should have false in the result because we know that bar is true. VAR is true. The same way we can use not operator. So then we have the opposite result of these brackets. We should have true at the end because this one is not false. Yeah, you can read it the same way. Not false. This returns false. Yeah, because we know that BAR is true. It's not false. That's why this returns false. If we ask if this is not false equals true. Yeah, it changes. Like if we have the minus sign, if you in mathematics, yeah, if you have like a minus 4, yeah, that's the same as a plus 4. Yeah, the minus changes the sign of the number. The same is here. Not true equals false, and not false equals true. So equals. The same as the minus sign changes the sign of the number. The same is about not operate. Yeah, in case you have any questions, please ask. And also there are other operators. We'll talk about them a little bit later. Instance of, parameters, params type, new, and also the square brackets. We'll talk about them a little bit later. These are basic logical operators. Yeah, also you can see the definitions of these operators. Yeah? We just talked about them, so you can check by yourself. And yeah, here you can see one small thing. Previously we used a++, but we can also use ++a. What does it mean? That's a really interesting thing. It's not widely used, but I think we usually use like ++ on the right side. But the difference is, let's assign it. We already have that, so we don't need to assign 8 to C. We can print. Let's, for example, print ++C. So we have it printed as 9. So it incremented C by 1. So now we have 9 and the result. So the result's 9. But if we do the same using C++, let's see what we have now. Now we have 8. But after that, if we print C, then we have 9. Yeah. So this will result in 8, and this will result, and now we have C equals 9. So what does it mean? It means that if we use ++ before the variable, this will firstly increment C by 1, and then it calls the command print line. Yeah? So it means that the increment is done before the command is executed. If we have ++ or minus or if you have ++ or minus, then it means that it firstly prints C, prints the variable, and only after that we increment C by 1. So that's the difference. If you if you use this one or this one, the same is about minus. So as we already gone through these operations. Yeah, and difference. This is what I just said. Yeah. If we use ++ before, it increments the variable before it prints, or it's not only about printing, it's about any operation where you use this ++. You can use it directly in the formulas. That's fine. Yeah. So, but again, it actually defines the sequence of the operations. And yeah, here you can see the difference between them. Priorities of arithmetic operations. So yeah, this is function call. I can print here. This is function. Print why that's the function. This is function call using rounded brackets. Using post plus, that's postfix, increment, minus 1 is postfix, well, decrement. You can actually check all these things. We've just already gone through them. Relation operators return. They return true or false. We've already gone through them. And yeah, here we can see some additional operators. We will not have the examples with them. We already had with this one, question mark and dot. That's about if else. We will go through if else a little bit later. Statement is really important, used in all the programming languages. But a little bit later, and as you can see here again about the arrays, we haven't discussed about arrays yet, so we will check these operators a little bit later. And in addition, maybe let's finish this presentation and then we will have the break. In addition, we have class math, and this is actually the class where all the basic operations, mathematical operations are defined. Yeah, it is located in the library Java-13, so we don't need to import anything. And using math class, so this is the class which we can access everywhere, yeah. And using this math class, yeah, we type math, and this is the class, as I said. And from here you can access some methods, or variables, like pi variable. Yeah, you can print it. Let's see. So what we have, this should print out first n digits from pi constant. Yeah, this is constant. And yeah, one more thing, we haven't talked about constants. In each class you can have the constants. These are the variables which cannot be changed. Like in this case, we can do directly here. A final let's have double. Final double exponent. Exponent equals to 0.771. So now we have, and yeah, maybe about naming. Let's start with correct naming. And usually the constants are defined in uppercase, and as you can see here, pi, that's the constant. Yeah? So that's the variable which cannot be changed. Like if we want to assign a new variable to exponent, we are not allowed to do it because this is declared as final. Yeah? And you can see in the message that final variable cannot be Yes, this is the constant. So this is the way how we can define constant using final keyword. Yeah, in theory we can do it this way. Yeah, you can see that we can do it this way. We declare it as final. It means that we can change it only once. Yeah, if you want to do it twice, that's how correct one will be. If we want to do it again, we are not allowed to do it again. We can only assign it once in our program. So in math we have pi. What else do we have? We have so many different methods here. So if you want, again, exponent is also here. That's the constant. Absolute value. If you have minus something, this will return you. This will remove minus sign and return you the positive value of the number provided. Okay, maybe let's have the break now. Yeah, I haven't finished, but we'll finish after the break, the mathematical topic, and we'll have some practical. We'll have one practical assignment, which is really nice, I think. Okay, let's move on with math class. And basically, as I said, we have a lot of basically all the mathematical operations can be done from this class. You can sail. You can find the cosine of an angle. You can find hyperbolic cosine. Basically, all the mathematical operations can be done from this class. Maximal value and so on. We will use this class a little bit on practical tasks. There is no much theory about this math class. Just if you know math, if you use math, if you need to use it for math, you can use this class. We'll have it during our practical assignments. And main functions you may want to use is square root of number. Let's have a quick look. Square root is QRT. 9, for example, should return 3. It returns double. You can see that it doesn't matter if we provide integer or any other type of numeric value, this will return us double value. POW, POW, that's power. And this is also really used function. It means that we want to get the value of number, any number in power of another number. In this case, we'll have 3 in power of 2. Let's see, at the end we should have 9. And same way, we have 3 in power of 4. And we have 27 times 3. This is 81. So round. Returns the closest log to the argument. Just to kind of system elements. And that's for double value. 3.9 and 3.8. Then we have it rounded to 4. That it rounds to 3. The same way as in mathematics. And you can check it out. Minimum maximum value. So if we have 2 values, then it returns the greater of both values. The same is about mean value, it returns the smaller value. Alright, that's about basic mathematical and logical operations. If you have any questions, please ask. After that, we'll move to one practical task. Some practical tasks, not one, but some practical tasks. If you have any questions, please ask. If not, then we can move on. And the task is to create to create the program where we can input two values. The first value is the integer number, any integer number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And we want to find which number is at the exact position. We will see which digit is in the exact position. And we can create the class. And we can create the methods, and we can copy the scanner we used here the same way. Also in programming we usually use copy paste. If we already created the code somewhere, we try to reuse it. It can be done directly if we call this class, if we can use it. If not, then we copy paste the logic from one place to another. That's the approach programmers usually use. That's absolutely fine. We don't need this one, but we need scanner. We need scanner, and so first of all, let's print out the. I'll explain once again what we try to achieve. First, let's print it and the number, and print number, and again we need to parse a string to integer. That's why we use integer class, and we use a method parse int. This will return us integer value from string. And the next is the position. Again, I use copy paste. We don't need to declare scanner again, and we want to add position. We want to have position here and enter the position. So the idea is simple. If we have two entry points. We enter the number and we enter the position. So for example, if we enter number like something like this, and we enter, so this is the number, and we enter position, in the fifth, in the sixth position. So yeah, let's start from, there are two ways how we can do. We can start from 0, we can start from 1. Just to follow the approach usually used in Java, we can start at 0. So now that should be the seventh character, the seventh digit in this number. So it's 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is this digit 3. So we must, in this case, this will return us, should return us this digit. So yeah, and how to do it? That's a really interesting approach using modules. And this is the case where we start talking about algorithms. We are moving to our algorithms topic. So now, first before we, as usually in programming it happens, before we write the program, we need to understand what we want to write. We need to create algorithms. So for now, So the result we want to have the position. And before we start writing the code, we need to understand how to achieve this, what we need to write. So for now, maybe let's first, before we write the code, let's describe this algorithm, what we try to achieve. Firstly, what do we have? We have the number. Number is like, so I will use mathematical operation, mathematical typing here. So that's the number. A2. So I have number where each A is the digit. So I have n digit number, and position n, position n. So first of all, I need to think how to get not position n, because n is already used. Position I. Let's use position I. So how to get it? Let's think a little bit. What can we use? We can divide, we can multiply, and we can get the modulo. So how to get the first number? Okay, maybe just how to get the number at position 0. We start from 0. I would like to start from 0 because this is how it usually happens in Java and in C++ and such programming languages to make you use to do it. Let's start with let's stick to this approach, starting with 0. So let's think how to get the last for example, how to get the last digit of this number. We can divide by 10 and get the remaining part. So we can get modulo dividing by 10. And if we divide by 10, we get the last number, right? Because again, if we divide by 10, we can have get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and until 9. Yeah. So this is how to get the last number. How to get the last two numbers? To get the last two numbers, we need to divide by 100, right? Because if we divide this by 100, we get the remaining part of the division by 100, and we have 2 digits at the result. And so on. So basically, how to get number I. How to get position I? First of all, we need to, as I said, we need to use modules. And first of all, so the algorithm is if we have position I. No, first we need to get the length of we need to know this point. So first step is need to find and this is the first step, because at the moment we know the number and we know the position. We need to find the length of this number. So this is the first step. The second step is we need to have let's define this number as have this, so we need to get the value of number modulo. So in this case, to get we want to split this number in two parts. The first part is the part before the position I, and the second part is the part after the position I. In this case, we'll split it at position I. So we can divide it by 10 in power of, again, to get the character I minus n minus 1. So that's the last character. Then we need to have 10 in power of 1. Yeah? So that's that's the n minus n plus 1. And as we know, the position is n minus 1. So in this case, I equals n minus 1. So in the same case, we can have I minus 1. I plus 1. I plus 1 plus 1, it equals 10 in power of 2. N minus I plus 2. Yeah? Like if we have n, we need to divide this by by 1, by 10 in power of 1. So in this case we have n minus n minus n minus 1 plus 2. We have n minus n plus minus 1 plus 2. We have 1 at the end. So in this case, we split this number into parts. Then as a result, we have the second part of the number. Alright, and just if we want to get character before the last one, or not the character, but the digit before the last one, we will divide by 10. We will divide by 100. So in 10 power of 2, we get last two digits. So now we need to have the first digit of these last two digits. So at the end we have this. We'll have n minus I minus 1 plus 2 digits at the end. Then this one, which equals again n minus I plus 2, which equals again n minus I plus 2. Same. So now we want to deal with the derivated number which comes from the last. This may be a little bit complicated, yeah, don't worry, that's just the practical assignment and the way how we can plan our working. Yeah? You won't have such complicated things to think about at the moment. In future you may have, yeah, because this is also the part of the programming. You need to find out some complex things, how to solve the issues. Let's have derivated, I hope you understand. Yeah, that's of the original number. Yeah, so this is how it is, and now we need to get the first digit of. So get the first digit of the, let's call it sub number, yeah. It would be easier to call it sub number. We'll call it sub number. Sub number. So it means that to get the first number of any number, we need to divide this again. We need to divide it by 10 in power of how many digits are there, minus 1, and we need to for it, and we'll have the result. So let's write it here. So now we know that our sub number has n minus I plus 2 in digits. So now we also need to add plus 1, minus 1, and divide it by 10 in power, and to get the fourth power. We'll now implement it in Java. So here we described all these steps. I hope I have not missed anything. And this is just an example. How can we, first of all, before we write the program, we need to think about the algorithm. How can we implement our program? So now let's try to implement this algorithm. So first of all, we need to find the length of this number. We need to find the length. So to find the length, we can use integer. A moment, I forgot about. Check 1 moment. I need to check what was the name of the method. Yeah, there is no direct operation. We can implement it this way. We can have int yeah, this operation will return us the number of integers, or no, number of digits in our integer number. Let's see if it's correct. So first of all, every step you write, you can check using system out. Run the program. First we can enter the number. So we enter the position. Now it outputs 6. Yeah, we have 6 digits. That's correct. So now we know how many digits there are in the number we entered. So that's the first step of the algorithm. That's done. The second step is we need to find the remaining part. If we divide by 10 to the power of n minus I plus 2. So let's a sub number as we want it. Sub number, and as I said, it's number 10 modulo. We can use math power, as we already did, and we have 10 in power of when minus I plus 2. And let's check if that's correct. If not, we will adjust the table position. Yeah, of course we need to. And task size for. Oh, yeah, okay. As we can see, we need to cast it to integer. Oh yeah, so now everything's fine. Yeah, the problem was here that this returns us integer, but as you remember from the previous session, it returns double, but here you can see that we need to use modulo operator, we need to have integer value. So we use the casting, and we cast double to integer. Now we can use this as integer. And let's see how it what do we get here? So we have number, let's have something like this. We enter fifth position, and it starts from 1, 2, so it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we need to divide. So we have 6, 9. If we divide, have 9 minus position is fifth, so we have 10 in power of 10 in power of 4 plus 2, 10 in power of 6. Okay, one moment, let's also check what we have. Yeah, when you write the algorithm, you need to check every step you have here. So we can check what do we have here. So if we want to remember, we got the position. That's the preferred position. And it has 6, so we divided by 10 in the power of. Oh yeah, we have too many. Or just a moment. 4. So in this case, we need to divide by 10 in the power of 3. But actually, okay. So I think we need to have minus. Yeah. -1. Just, yeah, every operation you can clarify the number. Let's have a second. And so that will be the third. Oh yeah, in this case that's fine. So as you can see, we got the so the length is 7. Yeah, you can see we have 7 digits here, and we entered second position. So that will be third position since we start from 0. So we need to get. Okay, yeah, we need to -2. Yeah, so I forgot we need to have -2. And now everything will be fine by this point. So let's have some example number. Let's have the fourth, and that will be the fifth. Oh no, sorry. No, we don't need to do that. So let's check now. So yeah, this is not needed anymore for us. And now we have third position. And so that's fourth one, this one, and we need to have this number. Yeah, we got it. So the idea here is, again, the first step is for us, we need to get the sub number after the third digit here. So we entered position 3, so that will be the fourth position. Again, we start from 0. So we want to get this number. Yeah. We want to get rid of the left part and get the right number, the number of the right. This is what we just achieved here. Really nice. So the sub number is correct. Now we can correct our algorithm because yeah, we have the issue here. We don't have to pass to. Let's correct our algorithm. So we got the remaining part here. And using this part, and for now we need to divide. So let's have the integer digit at position. So now we want to get the first number from this one, yeah? Because again, the goal is to get the fourth number from this original number, fourth digit of this original number. So this is this one. Right now we got rid on the left side, and now we have the right side, this number. And we just want to get the first integer of this number, and this will be the answer for our task. To get it, we can do what we can do. Like in this case, we can divide it by 10 in the power of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, and the 4 is the position is 3, and so that would be, so the one is 7. No, 8, and position is 3. So that should be 1 minus position minus 1, I guess. And we want to divide. Yeah, maybe let's do it step by step. Let's do it step by step. And first of all, let's divide it. Let's get the 10 in the power of this. No, let's divide 10. First of all, let's divide it by 10 in the power of this number. So we have division value, we declare a new variable, and we have the sub number, and we divide it by, maybe let's start with double, because the division will not be the integer value. Sub number, and we want to divide it, as I said. Again, we use integer, not power 10 in power of, let me just not here. Oh, yeah, we don't need, actually, no, it's not always possible to split into the lines. Yeah, of course, that's the issue. We can split it. we usually are able to split it in different lines. To make it more clear, again, in case you have a long line, you can split it in different lines. So yeah, and the last step should be if we use for method, it means that we get, if we have like, for example, we have 3.8, and this will return us 3. Yeah. Just the full integer part of this, of the double value, will return us 3, because by command 4. So we can use this command. Let's see. We have again, we need to convert it to integer. This original, this will return us double. Let's check. Let's type a number. Start position 3. Oh yeah, and I haven't returned anything, sorry. At the moment, yeah, you see, I don't have any return because I have not printed everything. I haven't printed the value, that value. Number, third position, 1, 2, 3, 4, number 3. So it works in this case. So let's check in the more complicated case. You have this. Yeah, that's also the point for integer. It's not always possible to have the long value, because again the values for integer numbers are limited. You can check it from the previous version, previous version from previous session. Yeah. So maybe let's have smaller integer. Let's, for example, use. So we have 5. We can use. In fourth position that will be, and this is 4, yeah, 1, 2, 3. This is correct. So this is, so now we created the program which returns us the number at, the digit at the provided position of the number. Yep, plus minus 1 because we start from 0. Again, if we start, let's check what will be if we start at 0. 0. It has 9. Yeah, that's correct. Don't worry. Yeah, you want at the beginning you want me to do this such complicated algorithms. That's a little bit mathematics. Yeah. Some algorithm. I just wanted to show you that before we write the program, we construct the algorithm, the schema for us, for myself. Yeah, because before so I imagine what I want to implement in this case. This is I think incorrect. Yeah, some changes may be done during the implementation. Yeah. So some things may be changed. So now I adjusted it a little bit. So first of all, if you want to if it's such task or more complicated or less complicated task, first of all, before you write the program, you need to think about the algorithm. The algorithm means that you have step by step, you have steps to achieve the goal. In this case, again, the goal is, let's start with the goal. The goal is get the digit on the position at the position on. So this is our goal. We start our goal, and we think about what are the steps needed to achieve our goal, this goal. So we think about the steps. First step, again, I understand I need to get the length of this integer. The second step is I need to divide this into two parts. This is what I think about. I want to divide it, and I don't need the first part anymore, I just need the second part. And from the second part, I want to get the first number. And what I think about, how can I get it? And from mathematical properties, I know that if I divide it by 10 in the power of length of the remaining part minus 1, I will have the first. In this case, for example, have a subpart. Example, if we have number, then if we divide it by 10 in the power of, in this case we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's length minus 1. Length minus 1, it equals to 3 point at this value. This value, and if we use for function from it, and for function of this one equals 8. So this is the approach we can use here, and this will be the first number here, the first digit from this number. Alright, this may be complicated, I agree. At the beginning, I just want to show you the way we usually think when we create the algorithm. First we need to think about the algorithm, how we want to achieve, and after that we implement this algorithm. Some adjustments may be done, as I did here. Comparing to the initial algorithm, I found some mistakes, so I adjusted that. And now I have the program which does this stuff for me. But yeah, this may be a little bit mathematical thinking. Some things maybe not as easy at the beginning as they can be. But don't worry, it's just the beginning. For you, this is maybe not the task that I didn't ask you to do it as an individual task, because that's maybe a little bit complicated for some of you. Maybe for all of you, again, I don't know about the knowledge and the way of your thinking, but that's why I just did it myself and showed you how can we plan some things. Yeah, we can take some approaches I used on the planning, the algorithm of the way of thinking, and I will share this code with you, so if you want you can check it and explore it. For also, please, from the presentation, from the agenda I shared with you, in the second slide, that's easier task, and just to for you to understand how to work with some mathematical operations. Yeah, you need to create the converter, which converts the units of measure, or the currency, like in this case, from one to another. The idea is, again, as we do here, we create scanner. From scanner we enter, we ask user to enter, for example, in this case that would be please enter USD values, just number of dollars, USA dollars, and after that the program should provide the output in euros. You can use the most relevant rate, it doesn't matter which rate you use. And the same on the opposite way. Please enter euros, and this will return you USA dollars, US dollars. The same about to convert from meters from feet, and with other values as well. And this should not be complicated, just one mathematical operation for one mathematical operation for each procedure. The due date is next Monday. That should be fine. Next Monday. You to get acquainted with mathematical operations. I hope this will be fun. And again, as usually, if you have any questions, please ask. You're welcome to ask. And also, as I promised, I'm sharing everything what is done during this session with you, so you don't need to write it. Session 2nd of December. So I'm commenting and pushing all the files. And today I will add the read access to all of you who sent me the invitation, so I can check. I will use the same emails, and I will add you to the access list of this repository. Alright, so in case you have any questions, please ask today, tomorrow, next session. Also, if you have some maybe more detailed question, we can discuss them next lesson. Let's see how it is. So please reach me, ask me the questions, and I will help you. For now, thank you very much for your attention today, and meet you on Friday. Bye.